What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a little bit of a look at new Digimon cards. Yay! I like Digimon. This new game, it's exciting me, ladies and gentlemen. I have pre-ordered all three of the starter decks because nerd, and I've managed to find somewhere to pre-order the promo pack because, you know, nerd. And my videos are proving really quite popular, which means I'm not the only one excited about it, which makes me even more excited about it. So, let's have a look at some blue cards, shall we? And what we're going to do is work up through an evolution line. Shout out to the lovely folks over at Digimon World, as well as the lovely Jason Snowjacks over on the Facebook group, who have helped us with the translations of these lovely cards. And actually Drew Butterfield as well on the Facebook group. When you've got multiple people chucking out translations, and then you can make them pretty much marry up, and I use Google Translate as well, I'm thinking, yeah, this sounds good. So let's start off with a lovely level 3 card, Gabumon. We have got a free cost if you play it normally, a 0 cost if you go ahead and evolve it. Might I suggest that's a prudent thing to do? It's free. It seems like the vast majority, if not all of the level 3s, are going to be free to evolve. Now, you do have a 2000 power creature, which is, it's not very high, ladies and gentlemen. It's not very high at all. It is a level 3, though, so that's pretty much, I suppose, what we would expect. And we've got a skill whereby, when it attacks, you remove one evolution source. I've said source and I've said base. It really does seem like people are landing on source, so I think we'll go for that. From one of your opponent's Digimon that is level 5 or less. Now, that kind of sounds like fun. Don't forget, I showed you a Gomamon the other day, one that's coming out in the promo pack, whereby when your opponent's Digimon's evolution source is removed, you get +1 memory. Memory being essentially the currency of the game. Those are your resources. So, yeah, that sounds like fun. That is a skill, it seems very much it is limited to once per turn. So, there's clearly some good combos there, and blue does seem to be a little bit focused on disruption and removing evolution sources, so that's pretty good. Remember, in Digimon, we have inheritable abilities. So when we're talking about removing evolution sources, what we're talking about is something like the, I don't know, Agumon, that just gives a Digimon +1000 power and gets inherited all the way up. And there are some other skills that really start building on this. So if we have a look at something like War Greymon, for every 2 evolution sources it has, it gets security attack +1. Remember, knock out 5 security guards and then attack to win the game. So that means if you take them down from 4 evolution sources to 3, that would be amazing. Now, it wouldn't work on War Greymon because they're a level 6, and this has got to be level 5 or less. Essentially, the level 6, the biggest, baddest ones, you don't get to take down. But it's not going to stop you removing an evolution source before your opponent hits level 6, so that when they do hit level 6, they only have 3, not 4, and they miss out. This seems like a really good Digimon when you're playing around with blues. Now, moving up into a level 4 Digimon, what can we see? How about Garurumon? A 5 cost if you play it normally, a 2 cost to evolve it, quite a lot cheaper, and 4000 power, so we get a boost as well. And we have an inheritable ability. And I should mention that if I didn't make this clear before, the Gabumon's ability is also inheritable. Even when you evolve up, you keep the ability. And this one, when you attack, you remove 1 evolution source from one of your opponent's Digimon. Now, bearing in mind, and we've just talked about why removing evolution sources can be good, I don't need to repeat myself on that regard. But these are inheritable skills. So if you evolve a Gabumon into a Garurumon, remember the rule in this game is that you can evolve any Digimon into any other Digimon as long as it is 1 level up and the same colour. If you then attack, you get to remove 1 evolution source from the bottom of one of your opponent's level 5 Digimon or less, And you get to remove one evolution source from one of your opponent's Digimon. So these two Digimon together, when you attack, can actually lead you right away to just seeing a bunch of Digimon that don't have evolution sources. Get rid of all of them. And this is probably a good point to show you a Digitama, a baby Digimon. Now, this is Tsunomon, and remember, the Digitama, they start in the raising area. There is no cost on these cards because you're not paying to play them. They just start in play. And it's an inheritable skill. During your turn, if you battle an opponent's Digimon with no evolution sources, you get plus 1000 DP. There does seem to be a real trend in this game that skills that increase your DP only work on your turn, not on your opponent's. I mean, you can see there is a real theme going on. I believe these cards are all from the starter deck, the blue starter deck. So there is a real theme in the blue starter deck. Hey, let's get rid of all of my opponent's evolution sources. Oh yeah, and while I'm here, I'm also boosting my power by doing so. Your opponent can always just choose to not use evolution sources. They can pay the higher cost, but that means they can do less during their turn. Remember, you can do whatever you like during your turn, but then as soon as you go past 0 on the memory gauge, it becomes your opponent's turn. And it also means that I'm not getting those lovely inheritable skills. Yeah, that kind of sounds like a win to you. But maybe we don't want to stop at level 4. Maybe we want to have a little bit of a go at a level 5 Digimon. Might I introduce you to WereGarurumon? This is a 7 cost to play it normally, a 3 cost to evolve, so we're getting more expensive. But then again, we do get a nice little bump in power as well. We're up to a 7000 power. And again, we've got an inheritable skill. While your opponent has a Digimon with no evolution sources, this Digimon gets security attack +1. Now, the translation we've got from Drew and the translation from Digimon World both read, while your opponent has a Digimon with no evolution sources, not while you are attacking a Digimon with no evolution sources. So it seems to be that you get security attack +1, even if you're attacking a Digimon that does have evolution sources. They can have some that do, as long as they've got one that doesn't. And you can already see how this is building up into a really nice deck. All of the Digimon I've shown you so far, all of these blue cards, they do one of two things. They either get rid of evolution sources, or they take advantage of the fact that your opponent doesn't have evolution sources. This is big. And I told you already, right? Security attack +1 is nuts. Security attack +1 means that instead of taking out one security card, 20% of them, you're potentially taking out 2 security cards, 40% of them. I'm assuming at this stage I don't need to go into a huge amount more detail for you guys to realise that knocking off multiple security cards in a game where you win by knocking off security cards is better than knocking off a single security card. But we do want to get all the way up here. We do want to complete our evolution line. We have got a 6, or level 6, Metal Garurumon. Now, it is a 12 cost to play normally, which is ridiculous. It's going to give your opponent a lot of memory. But it's only a 4 cost to evolve, and it's an 11,000 power. I mean, if we compare that to WereGarurumon for a minute, you got 4,000 extra power, and although it's an extra 5 memory to play normally, it's only an extra 1 to evolve, though of course you do have to evolve one more step. That's kind of redonk, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of redonk. Now, one thing I do find very interesting here, if you evolve all the way up from a Digitama into Metal Garurumon here, you're actually paying 9, which is 75% of the cost of playing it normally. So if we start off then, you've got Gabumon, 0 cost to evolve up. Then you've got Garurumon, who is a 2 cost to evolve up, so we're at 2 in total. Then you have WereGarurumon, a 3 cost, which puts you at 5 in total. And then Metal Garurumon, who gives you 4, which puts you at 9 in total. Of course, remember, if I pay 12, then the memory gauge shifts straight over to my opponent. Whereas I play a 3, I might get away with it, but then I pay 4 and it shifts a little bit over to my opponent. I.e., if I play one big creature, the gauge swings to my opponent, whereas if I try evolving 3 or 4 times, I'm going to evolve a couple times, and then it's going to be my opponent's turn with a little bit of memory. But 11,000 power is huge. And it has a non-inheritable skill, but I'm fairly sure that level 6 is as high as we get, so it doesn't matter. Once per turn, when you attack, make this Digimon active. So not only do you have an 11,000 power Digimon, which is huge, we also have a skill whereby you attack, and then you become active, ready to attack again. You get to attack twice. Now, obviously, it's limited to once per turn. Otherwise, you'd be able to attack, make it active, and so on and so forth. That would be kind of dumb and broken. But anyone who's ever played any card game will know most of them have some kind of mechanic that lets you attack or do stuff like this again. And it's always good. Yeah, this is a very impressive Pokemon. Is it more impressive than the level 6 we saw the other day from the red deck, the War Greymon? It's got 1,000 less power, and it doesn't have the extra security attack, but it does let you attack twice. I'm still probably more of a fan of War Greymon, but it's pretty gosh darn close, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty gosh darn close. For now, I just want to know what you think about all of these blue cards. Do you think they're better than the red cards? And how excited are you about this game? And so far, like I said, my Digimon videos have proven pretty gosh darn popular. I am delighted by this. It means I'm going to keep making Digimon videos. So make sure you keep watching and liking and sharing and all of that good stuff. Let's build Digimon. It'll be fun. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think about these cards in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at TheWossy, where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other games. And please do make sure you're checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all that good stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.